My school was so strict. I remember the time the principal gave my whole entire class in school suspension. Do y'all know what it takes for a whole class to get in school suspension? Or even just to get it alone is not good at all. But get ready with me for school story time and how my full entire class got in school suspension. Before we start the video, if this gets on your For You page, please comment For You page because I try to notice and follow some people back who comment For You page. Please don't forget to comment For You page. Look at that shade match. Okay, so we had just came back from lunch and we were about to take our quiz or whatever. And this one girl who was not supposed to be in our class walks in and she was arguing with this one girl. Like, they were talking at first because I guess she lost her water bottle and she blamed it on her. I don't know. But it kind of escalated a little bit and the one girl went outside and the other girl followed. I guess the one girl was trying to be mature about the situation, but the other girl had walked out. So, and then they started getting louder. So then that's when like 3 students ran outside and that's when the whole class was just like, oh, we're about to take this very important test. And our teacher is on maternity leave, so we have this substitute. At the time, I didn't like him, but then I started to like him. So we were the first class who runs out and then the whole grade is in the hallway. Obviously, nothing happens because my science teacher gets one of the girls and yeah, I mean like nothing happens. But here's the problem. We try and go back into the classroom and we notice that the door is locked. This dude would not let us in the class. We're literally banging on the door because half of the class is outside. After standing out there for a while, the ESL teacher comes and gets us. We're in the dean's office. He would not let us back in the class. But literally the whole grade was out there. So why are we the only ones being punished? Doesn't make sense. Being so for real, we were sitting in that room for like 2 hours straight because like we had absolutely nowhere to go. He comes back and he says that we're all going to get in school suspension, but on different days. So, for example, 10 kids would go per a day until we were all done. But the story does not end. So let me know if y'all want a part 2. If you stayed all the way to the end, comment down below a pink heart in the comments. Bye, guys, and have a great day. 500,000 followers is crazy.
So I wasn't going to go out tonight. All the people that I was supposed to go out with had canceled on me, and I clicked on one of my friends' private stories, and it turns out they're all still going out. I guess I just didn't get the memo. So I planned on going out tonight. It was going to be a whole thing. I was going to mob a bunch of the bars with a group of friends. We were all going to pregame together. I was really excited. The vibe was so good. I was ready to go out and have a good time. But I got this text from somebody I was supposed to go out with. And they were like, hey, we're not going out anymore. We're all not really feeling it. Plus, I have a lab tomorrow. I need to study. I can't go. Nobody wants to go out. And I was just like, damn, because I really wanted to go out. So I was literally just chilling, doing my nightly social media scroll bed rot. I am on Snapchat. I'm just clicking through stories, and one of my guy friends who I was supposed to go out with, his private story came up, and it was the group of people that I was supposed to go out with tonight, and they were all playing Pong. I thought we were all too tired to go out. I thought that we had a lab in the morning. So I was just sitting in my bed, and I was like, damn, it's one thing not wanting me there. It's just the fact that everybody lied to me. And if you're going to lie to me, maybe not be stupid and post you all hanging out in a private story I'm in. Like, try to not make it obvious that you guys are still going out. Like, be better. But it's okay, because who said that's going to stop me from going out? So they still will be seeing me because I still want to go out too. And who's going to stop me? Not me. Let's have a good night. Here's today's look. Love you. Bye.
Brands that reached out to me that made me go, oh, hell no. Starting off strong, we have a rose toy company. If you don't know what a rose toy is, it's for your lady friend. It just doesn't really align with my audience. And on top of that, they wanted me to demonstrate how to use it. Girl, how am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to just like pop my cooch out right now on TikTok? The next one is a feminine wipes brand. It's wipes for her down there. The brand is huge. I see it everywhere, but I just couldn't get myself to promote it because y'all, like, feminine wipes are so bad for your kitty cat. It contains chemicals, can throw off your pH, can cause irritation. Like, This next one's not a brand, but you guys know what a veneer tech is? If you don't, look it up. They've been getting a ton of hate on TikTok, as they should. Home-based veneer tech asked to do my teeth in exchange for a video, and I was like, oh, hell no. You are not about to shave down my teeth with a nail drill, girl. No education, no license, literally doing it illegally in your basement. I clicked block real quick. Last one is this really popular Asian app for face editing. Y'all, this app traumatized me. It's like Facetune but on crack, and for some reason, Asian moms love it. They eat it up, and my mom has also fallen victim for it, so every time I make an appearance on her Facebook, she uses the app, and I feel like I look like this.
I just remembered the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Okay, looking back, it is still, like, so mortifying. What is this hair doing? Get away from me. But I've just learned to live with the fact that I did this. So anyways, I used to take tennis lessons at our country club, you know, back when I was a little tennis baller and everything, and I was at a tennis lesson, okay? And at our club, we have, like, the tennis pros that give lessons. Like, it's not some rinky-dink tennis person, it's an actual professional. So I'm already, like, halfway scared out of my mind because I'm definitely not a professional tennis player, and I'm like, I can't make myself look stupid, but we know I did that anyway. Anyways, the tennis pro that was teaching my lesson, like, alone, it was just me and him. There's no one to, like, bounce strokes off of, like, let me just say that. Anyways, he will tell you like it is, let me tell you. Like, if you're sucking, he's gonna let you know. Okay, so he's, like, feeding me balls over the net, and I'm hitting them back to him, and he goes, Mia, come here. I think your grip is wrong. So at this point, I'm already halfway embarrassed because I'm like, okay, like, I'm literally here with this really good tennis player taking a lesson, and you're telling me my grip is wrong? Okay, so I walk over there, and he's like, give me your racket. And this is where it goes downhill. So I hand my racket to him, and I put my hands on my knees and stick my butt out. He says, what are you doing? And I said, I thought you were going to give me a spanking. I don't know why my brain computed that a random tennis pro would spank me with my own racket. Okay, so after I was like, oh, I thought you were gonna spank me, or I was more like, oh, I thought you were gonna spank me, he was like, no, I'm just showing you the right grip. And if I'm being completely honest, I really don't know where that came from because I don't get spankings at home. Like, the last time I got a spanking, I was probably like 3. Like, I can't even remember. Maybe not 3, more like 5. But, like, I have not gotten a spanking in, like, a freaking decade. But now he probably thinks that, like, I go home and the minute I do something wrong, I just get, like, beat with a tennis racket. Like, what? I mean, that is, like, embarrassing and everything. But what makes it worse is the fact that I still go there all the time. And, like, I have to see him all the time at the pool, at the club, everywhere. I mean, that was totally embarrassing, and I'll probably never, ever, ever get over that. But life goes on, and I've seen him since then, and it's been okay. I just haven't brought up the fact that I thought he was gonna whip me, but whatever. Okay, story time is over. Bye.
Get ready with me whilst I talk about my girlfriend's reaction to me being pregnant. So as you all know, I did my makeup nice and got into a cute outfit to kind of surprise her about the pregnancy because I wanted it to be a moment that she could remember forever. And then around 10 minutes after I'd gotten ready to tell her, she got home from school. I told her the reason I didn't go to school was because I was sick, but really I was just preparing myself to tell her about the pregnancy. When she got home, I sat her down and I kind of said to her, like, I really need to talk to you about something important. I've been waiting all day. Like, this is going to be life-changing news, but you need to trust me. And she thought it was like a prank or a joke, and I just had to tell her, like, it's not a prank, it's not a joke, here's the news. And then I sang her a song, basically being like, I'm carrying your baby, I'm carrying your baby. At first, she thought it was a complete and utter joke, which is when I stood up and basically showed her my baby bump. Which is when she stood up, she felt the baby bump to make sure I wasn't, like, pushing my stomach out to prank her. And then she ran out of the room crying. Obviously, I fucking followed her. I mean, like, what the fuck is she doing? Running out the room crying. But it turns out she was crying happy tears. She said that now that I'm pregnant, she's finally got an actual reason to leave me. She started screaming around the house, like, yay, I can finally leave you. And I was so fucking confused. So I just went to her, like, what the hell do you mean you can finally leave me? Like, what are you going on about? And that's when she told me she'd wanted to leave me for ages, but she couldn't because she didn't want to look like a bad person. But she said that now because I'm pregnant, she can leave me without looking like a terrible person because obviously she's too young to be a mom. And that's when she went into one of the cupboards that we've got in our shared house and whipped out a fucking suitcase. And inside the suitcase was all the stuff that she'd been telling me had gone missing. Like, what the actual fuck? Me being, like, hopeful that the suitcase was for something else was like, what's the suitcase for? Like, are we going on vacation? She said, bitch, no the fuck, I'm dumping your ass and I'm leaving this place. So then I told her that she'd have to pay child support if she was gonna leave me because there's no way I'm raising a fucking child on my own with my own money. And she was like, no, please don't make me pay child support. I'm broke, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, well, maybe you should have thought about that before practically leaving me because I'm pregnant with your child. She literally got on her knees like a fucking dog and started barking and begging, like, woof, don't make me pay child support. And, like, bro, she would not shut the fuck up. And I was like, no way in hell, like, you're paying child support no matter what now. And she was telling me how she'd buy me everything in my Shein cart. Like, what do I look like to you? Charity? She wouldn't shut the fuck up, so I told her if she didn't want to have to pay child support, she would have to complete a list of tasks that I gave her. Anyways, let me know if you guys have any ideas of what you want me to make her do / put on the list, because I'm currently really stuck for ideas. Love you all.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play.
My best friend actually in love with my boyfriend. My boyfriend plays soccer, but he's on 2 different club teams, so I don't make it to all his games. But my best friend will text me every time before his game. I don't know how she finds out he has a game, because he said he didn't tell her, like, there's no one else on the team that she knows. And also, he's the only person that's on both the teams. Like, no one else is on both of these club teams. So there would be no one else that she would be asking or going there for. So every time that I say I'm not going to the game, she's there, and he tells me. But, like, she's never been to a game that I'm at. And the weird part is, like, his games, even the home ones, are, like, at least 20 minutes away. And the away ones are even farther. And she goes to the far-ass away ones that I can't make it to. Now, I've known about this for a while since it started, because he's been telling me. But I haven't said anything or done anything about it, because I was like, whatever. Maybe there's another reason she's there. I don't know. She's just bored, needs something to do. But he said that, like, every game, she'll come over and be like, good job, congrats, blah, blah, blah. Or, I'm sorry if they lost, whatever. Last week, at his game, he said that she, like, was coming over to him and, like, starting conversation. And she was talking to him, it was super duper flirty, and he just kept saying, like, I have to go, I have to go. And he got in his car and called me and told me about it right away. So now I'm getting ready to go to his game, and I told her that I'm not going. If she's there, then I'm gonna confront her and be like, what the fuck? Which, by the way, I know she'll freaking be there, because she's at every single one. And, like, I guess there's been other instances where, like, the 3 of us have been together, like, at a party, whatever, in school, where she has been kind of flirty, but I was just always like, okay, I'm right next to her. So I guess at the last game, she, like, went over to him after the game was over, and she was like, she pulled up this picture on her phone of, like, this girl on her boyfriend's back, like, after one of his soccer games, and she was like, can we recreate this picture? And he was like, no. He was like, no, and I have to leave. But he showed it to me. Like, he found the picture that she was showing him, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you don't take that with someone that's not your boyfriend, let alone your best friend fucking boyfriend. No. But I'm actually excited to go and confront her. Me and my boyfriend have been together for, like, almost 2 years now, and everything was fine up until recently. They never even really talked unless I was there, up until her and her boyfriend broke up, maybe, like, 4 months ago, and that's when she started going to all his games. Okay, I also just remembered this other thing that happened that, like, I didn't think it was that weird at the time, but she had texted me and was like, hey, can we hang out? And I was like, sorry, I'm with my boyfriend right now, but if you wait until, like, blah, 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 whatever time, we could hang out, do whatever. And so she's like, okay. And then she shows up at my house, knocks on my door, and was like, let's go to Target. All 3 of us can go. I was like, okay. Like, I was kind of fine with it, because I was like, whatever, like, we have nothing to do anyways. We'll just go. She made him drive, but raced me. Literally sprinted to his freaking car and sat in the front seat. And me and him just looked at each other, like, okay. Time to go confront her.
Breaking news. The future is here, and it looks bright.
Sorry, you guys, I look a mess right now, but we have to get ready to get out of the house, being kicked out. So basically, before my parents went to sleep, they were like, you need to be out of the house before the morning, like, you need to be freaking gone. And I'd, like, did not believe them at all, and I didn't believe them, like, at all. And my mom texted me at 1:35 and it's 1:47. She was like, are you packing your things? Are you almost ready to leave? And I was like, no, like I thought you guys were joking. She was like, why in the heck would we be joking about this? Like, we're kicking you out. Like, you're done. You're done. And I didn't even, like, do anything bad at all. I'm always helping them out, doing so much for them, running around, like, picking up food, groceries, and... I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I need to compose myself. Basically, all that happened was my dad had to use my MacBook because my sister locked him out of his phone, so he had to, like, plug his phone into my MacBook, and he saw my boyfriend and I's, like, messages, and it was nothing bad. We were just talking about, like, oh, like, we can't wait to move in with each other, like, how we love each other so much. Like, that's every girl's freaking dream, like, a teenage dream, and it's like, what? And they said, like, oh, if you're so worried about moving out, why don't you just move out now? And I thought they were just joking about it and everything. And they were like, Mia, like, we've been talking, like, oh, if you're so worried about moving out, just move out now. Like, since you and your boyfriend are talking about it so much, just move out now. Why don't you? You'll take a burden off of us and everything like that. But I didn't, like, actually think they were being for real. Guys, I can't stop crying. And I don't even have a car right now. It says, like, power steering assist, so I can't even drive my car right now. How am I gonna get to work, to school? Like, I'm just screwed. I'm literally screwed. JK, y'all, April freaking Fools, y'all. April Fools. Ah!